In the upper echelons of the global elite, there is a silent language spoken through the things one owns. To the uninitiated, luxury is often equated with the visible glitter of gold, the roar of a supercar, or the unmistakable logo of a heritage fashion house. But for those who have moved beyond the acquisition of mere things into the realm of true dominion, wealth is no longer something to be flaunted. It is something to be wielded. In this rarefied air, the objects of desire change. They shift from symbols of prosperity to instruments of influence, legacy, and raw, unfiltered power. These are not items you find in a boutique or even at a high-end auction house. They are the artifacts of a modern-day aristocracy, objects that serve as a physical manifestation of one's ability to bend the world to their will. Today, we step away from the superficiality of expensive tastes to examine the deeper, more calculated acquisitions of the ultra-wealthy. We are entering the world of the power by, a space where ownership is a declaration of sovereignty and every object tells a story of absolute control. Welcome to Pro Lecture, where we decode the hidden signals of the global elite. 1. The silent command of sovereignty over time. For the architect of a billion-dollar empire, the most precious resource is not capital. It is the ticking of a clock. While a $1 million timepiece might signal wealth to a passerby, the true power player buys the ability to ignore time altogether. This is manifested in the ownership of the invisible infrastructure, the private flight paths, the 24-hour dedicated satellite links, and the ownership of entire logistics chains. When a billionaire acquires a custom-engineered, long-range jet, they aren't just buying a vehicle. They are buying the power to be anywhere on the planet at a moment's notice, bypassing the bureaucratic friction that slows down the rest of humanity. This is a display of power that says the world's borders do not apply to me. It is the luxury of never having to wait, of existing in a perpetual state of readiness. The power is in the silence of a cabin 30,000 feet above the Atlantic, where decisions that move markets are made without the interference of the outside world. This is not about the leather seats or the gold-plated fixtures. It is about the cold, hard reality of being the only person in the room who can truly control their own schedule. 2. The weight of history in the palm of the hand. There is a specific kind of power that comes from owning something that cannot be replicated, something that carries the weight of centuries. While a new mansion is a show of wealth, the acquisition of a rare historical manuscript, a lost masterpiece, or a piece of human heritage is a show of cultural stewardship, and by extension, power. When a titan of industry buys a handwritten letter by a world leader from the 18th century or an original sketch by a Renaissance master, they are positioning themselves as a gatekeeper of human history. This is a move that says my influence is not temporary. It is connected to the lineage of greatness. These objects are often kept in private galleries, away from public eyes, serving as a silent reminder to their owner and their inner circle that they possess what museums can only dream of. The power lies in the exclusivity of the gaze. To hold an object that witnessed the birth of a nation or the spark of a scientific revolution is to claim a seat at the table of history. It is a psychological play that elevates the individual from a mere businessman to a historical figure in their own right. 3. The architecture of absolute seclusion. In an age of total transparency and digital footprints, the ultimate power move is the ability to disappear. While the wealthy buy penthouses in glass towers to be seen, the powerful buy land, vast, disconnected stretches of the earth where they can create their own reality. This is not about real estate investment. It is about the creation of a private kingdom. Whether it is an island in the South Pacific or a fortified estate in the New Zealand wilderness, these properties are built to be self-sustaining fortresses. They are equipped with private security forces, independent power grids, and advanced communications arrays. The power displayed here is the power of total autonomy. It is the ability to withdraw from society and remain entirely untouched by global instability. When a billionaire builds a subterranean library or a climate-controlled vault for their assets, they are signaling that they are prepared for any eventuality. This is the luxury of safety in an uncertain world. a physical manifestation of the belief that while the world may change, their legacy will remain fortified and immovable. 4. The acquisition of intellectual dominance. True power is the ability to own the ideas that will shape the future. In the modern era, billionaires are increasingly investing in things that have no physical form but possess immense gravitational pull, patents, data, and scientific breakthroughs. Buying a biotechnology firm or funding a private space program is not just a business venture. It is an acquisition of the future. It is a display of power that says, I own the cure, I own the stars, or I own the algorithm that decides what you see. This is the most abstract and yet the most potent form of ownership. It is the power to influence the evolution of the human race. While others are buying yachts, the truly powerful are buying the rights to the next frontier of human existence. This form of object ownership is felt rather than seen, manifesting in the way we live, work, and perceive our reality. It is the ultimate flex, a demonstration that one's reach extends far beyond the physical world and into the very fabric of tomorrow's society. 5. The curation of rare natural rarities. There is a primitive, raw power in owning the rarest materials the Earth has ever produced. This goes beyond standard diamonds or common gemstones. We are talking about the acquisition of the impossible, meteorites from Mars, prehistoric fossils of apex predators, or the rarest colored diamonds that exist only in single-digit quantities. To own a flawless T-Rex skull or a stone that traveled across the vacuum of space is to claim dominance over the natural world. These objects serve as totems in the offices of the elite, silent witnesses to a wealth so vast it can buy the remnants of time itself. The message is clear: I have captured the rarest things in existence. This is a display of power that appeals to the ego on a primal level. It is the collector's urge taken to its most extreme conclusion, where the object is not just a decoration, but a trophy won from the earth. It represents a victory over the scarcity of nature, a proof that there is nothing on this planet, or even off it, that is beyond their grasp. 6. The legacy of the invisible hand. The final and perhaps most enduring object of power is the creation of an institution that bears one's name. While it is not a thing you can hold, it is an object of social engineering that billionaires buy through massive endowments and foundational grants. When a billionaire creates a museum, a university wing, or a global health initiative, they are buying a form of immortality. They are ensuring that their influence will be felt for generations after they are gone. This is the power to shape public thought, to direct the flow of human progress, and to be remembered not as a merchant, but as a benefactor. This is the ultimate power buy because it buys the one thing money usually cannot: a clean conscience and a permanent place in the collective memory of humanity. It is the transition from a person of wealth to a person of legend. At this level, the object is the legacy itself, a carefully constructed monument of influence that will stand long after the private jets have been scrapped and the mansions have crumbled. Power, in its truest form, is not about what you can show the world, but about what you can control within it. The objects we've explored today are the quiet markers of a life lived at the very edge of human possibility, where the boundaries of what is purchasable are constantly being redrawn. It is a world where the symbolic value of an object far outweighs its price tag, and where every acquisition is a strategic move in a global game of influence. At Pro Lexure, we believe that understanding these hidden layers of the ultra-high-end lifestyle is the key to understanding the forces that shape our world. If you found this exploration into the symbols of billionaire power intriguing, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Pro Lexure. Your support allows us to continue bringing you these deep dives into the lives of the global elite. Thanks for watching. In our next feature, we will be uncovering the secret world of billionaire black cards and the invisible services that money can't buy unless you know exactly who to ask. We'll see you in the next one.